We left you last time with our small adventurous wakesurf group huddling under a houseboat slip to get out of a double Shagnasty weather system. If you haven't seen part 1, please go watch it, it's fun. So we had to wait out the weather for over an hour from about 1 to 2 p.m. We had not eaten and we were hungry. Raya told us that after we go through the lock, there's a nice restaurant on the river we can go to, so that's where we were headed. The weather comes fast and hard sometimes, but then it's gorgeous and you have the lake to yourselves. So as we come out of the slips and start to head towards the dam, we notice something on the shore. It's Calhoun's Tennessee barbecue right there on the water. We all wanted to throw Raya in the river because she said this was on the other side of the lock. If we knew it was right here, we could have been eating instead of hungrily waiting in a houseboat slip. We had a great lunch nonetheless and headed to the lock to go through it finally. Raya said we needed to wait and they would open the gate for us automatically. We waited for a while and no one came out and the gate didn't open. Raya said it must be broken or something and we should just surf this side and go home, but we are not deterred and we decided to call the lock from our cell phone. Raya's crying, she's so scared. The door on this lock was huge. It was at least 60 feet wide and at least 10 feet tall. We wondered what it was like on the other side since we were on the high side of the lock and we needed to go down. Our Supra SE 550 is a huge boat at 25 feet, yet I felt like I was in a dinghy waiting for this huge gate to open. Amy got through via cell phone to the lock and they said they would send someone out and open the gate. They were very nice to her and said they didn't notice us, which should tell you how small we were compared to the lock. So the gates started to open slowly and it reminded me of the gates of Mordor from the Lord of the Rings, do you remember? As the doors opened, you could see just how big the lock was. I had guessed it was close to 400 feet long and under 100 feet wide. It was actually 360 feet long and 60 feet wide. We were told on the phone to go in and go to the farthest buoy to tie up. We did exactly what we were told. This was fun. This was now really feeling like a fun adventure and the weather seemed like a distant memory. However, Raya was getting more tense and kept making us laugh with her comments about our impending doom.
Raya's freaking out. We're stuck now.
After a few minutes, a man came out to talk to us to tell us what for. He asked us if we have any questions, and if you were thinking that I have been exaggerating about Raya's fear of the lock, just listen to her quickly blurt out her concern to the man.
You guys got any questions or anything I can answer before I send you down?
No, just do it safely and don't let us die.
Yeah, well, they frown upon us killing people for some reason.
Okay.
I think it's kind of a vague law we have somewhere.
What's your quota of the amount of people you try to stay under killing in a year?
I try to stay under 0.
Wow, so we are going to drop 72 feet in 16 minutes and the lock displaces 13 million gallons of water. Now up to this point we all thought Raya was a bit nuts, but being inside this giant place and then the door closing behind us, I am not saying we feared for our lives like Raya did, but let's just say we were starting to at least be more understanding of her disposition. Then this happened, and let's just say we quickly had much more sympathy for Raya's attitude.
And you can kind of see there's this yellow like buoy thingy. It's huge, it's metal. But it goes into the wall and it's gonna move up and down. I don't know. Okay, we are now moving. Okay, we are now moving. Okay, we are now moving. We are now moving down.
It's gonna like drop.
It's gonna let us out. And apparently there's a siren. And that made my heart go up just a little bit. And what we're hoping is that's normal. And that means that the block is about to go down and not that everybody run from your life. Dude, that just like...
That scared me.
I think it's a good thing that the color of this interior is peanut butter.
Oh,
because that made me, that caused a little bit of an infarction.
The lockman did tell us there would be a horn after we went down and the gates opened, so it signaled us to leave. He also said there was a horn normally to let us in, but we didn't know that and just came in, so he did not blow it. But what he failed to tell us was that when he left us and when he was going to start letting out the water, they were going to blow a very loud air raid siren. Yes, an air raid siren, like the kind you hear before bombs are dropped on your house, or a tornado is about to hit you, or Saddam Hussein has just launched a Scud missile. Just when was the last time you heard an air raid siren and you assumed that something good was about to happen? It's pretty amazing sitting in this huge lock, feeling as tiny as a Hot Wheel and feeling tinier and tinier as we go farther and farther down. The gate in front of us is bowed in and beautifully engineered to meld into the wall as it opens. It starts a 10-foot tall gate and slowly becomes 80 feet tall, and it's quite awe-inspiring seeing it open and meld into the wall. It makes you feel proud of this entire thing and wonder at the prowess of American engineering. However, then there is the back gate. So back in time just a bit before the front gate opens and take a look at the back gate.
It does not make you feel better when you see all that water leaking. Look at Allison's face. How does that make you feel, Allison?
Watch the front. That like the water is up there. Look at all the water. I told you that's what freaked. Like I was fine because I was like looking this way. And I was like, what's all that water?
It sounds like a waterfall back there because this gate leaks like a sieve. It does not give you confidence. Maybe this gate was built by the Union team or subcontracted to India or Mexico. I have discovered that when Raya is nervous, she asks questions, and sometimes she hits it right on the mark.
Yeah, it's definitely not watertight.
Nope. You think they did that on purpose or no?
I have to assume this is by design, but you can't help but feel a bit concerned when you are at the bottom of this cavernous lock with the amount of leakage that is going on. All that said, we got through the down trip safely to the Tennessee River to Watts Bar Lake, and it was time to go surfing. I haven't seen Raya and Allison surf together since the Endless Wave tour years ago. They were kids as I got to know them on the EWT, and now they have grown into young women, but they still had that competitive drive. Allison had told me the day before that she was going to take it easy today due to an injury, just have fun. Then Raya surfed and threw down a few great tricks on this amazing wave of the Supra SE, and well, I could see Allison was not going to let Raya show her up. It was awesome. It was all friendly competition and I loved every minute of it. These girls are so much fun to surf with. Okay, so the trip back through the lock was much less eventful. However, remember that gate that leaked like a sieve? Well, it made us uncomfortable. Do you know what would make us more uncomfortable? It would be sitting right in front of that gate at the bottom of it, like 6 feet from it. Yeah, that sucker leaks. As we came back, the lock folks were waiting for us and had the lock prepared for us. I can't tell you how great this felt. One of those proud to be an American moments. There was no charge for any of this, and they didn't care how important my business was. We were just surfing, and this lock was just as available to us as any other boat. I pay my taxes, and I am free to travel anywhere I wish at any time for any reason, even when it requires moving 13 million gallons of water for me on demand, twice. What a great trip this has been, and I have to admit how much my love for East Tennessee has grown. Our area in Northern California has been in decline since the 2008 financial crash, and the most recent Camp Fire wildfire has been like a death blow to our small community. We got home from this trip thinking about moving for the first time. Within a month, we had our house on the market, and then we made the move to Tennessee on August 9th, and we are now enjoying Norris Lake as our home lake. We can't wait to share more of this with you, and we are working already on a polar bear for 2020 on Norris Lake. Stay tuned. We have also invited the Sauce Girls to come ride with us this weekend on the SE, and maybe some other unnamed boat. We also got a chance to go to a local demo event and wait another SE 550, and we weighted it identical to ours and set up auto wake to 9 degrees pitch with 2.5 degrees of roll on the goofy and about 1 degree of roll on the regular side, running about 11.4 to 11.8 miles per hour. The 2020 SE wake was identical to ours. It was gorgeous. Stay tuned to more adventures from Wake 9, now based out of Knoxville, Tennessee.